Okay, so good day, my dear students. So today, for the whole week, we will try to discuss prepare vegetable dishes. So, in Ilocano, the vegetable is nating. And for Tagalog naman, we called it as your gulay. I know na lahat naman tayo siguro ay nakakain na or most of the time, yun yung ulam natin. Mostly is gulay. Okay, so ano nga ba yung gulay na sinasabi natin or nating? So, vegetables are plants or parts of plants like your leaves, fruits, tubers, roots, bulbs, stems, shoots, and flowers used in a dish either raw or cooked. Okay, so iti pa'y vegetables kuna na it gives color and it gives a texture to our meals. It also gives flavor to our meals and they also give vitamins and minerals. So, nakadado iti mabalin na nga ited kanya tayo iti nateng nuance nga kanayon tayo nga ag sida iti nateng. So, for those students nga hanaunay kayat iti nateng, it is time for you to try nga sida and nga nateng kasi nga adu iti maited na nga pagsayaatan iti bagbagi tayo kasi vegetables provide nutrients vital for health and maintenance rather of your body. See, so eating vegetables can provide health benefits to people like reduce the risk of some chronic diseases and it may also or diseases including rather heart attack and stroke, protect them against certain types of cancers, reduce obesity and type of diabetes, lowers blood pressure, and reduces the risk of developing kidney stones and help decreases bone losses. So, if you can observe no once nga sakitin ka, it may be hindi ka masyadong kumakain ng gulay. Okay? Siguro kanayon nga noodles, kanayon nga canned goods, kanayon nga meat itisid si DM. That is why you need to try to eat vegetables para maiwasan dagijay nga saksakit. Okay, so for our learning outcome number 1, which is performing mise en place, it is very important to not to skip this topic. It is because hantayumet mabalin nga hantayumet mabalin nga isubulatan dita natin without doing this step. Kasi kunana dita, vegetables need to be prepared before they are ready to serve or use as an ingredient in a cooked dish. Okay? Prior to preparation, you need also to identify the various kinds of vegetables and different tools and equipment needed in the preparation of vegetables. Okay, so it is an important factor to consider in the preparation of vegetables. Kasi nga, without performing this mise en place, syempre, magiging magulo yung working area mo and at the same time, kapag hindi na i-prepare ng mabuti yung mga vegetables, mga gulay nating, of course, doon tayo makakuha ng sakit. Kasi nga, han nga nabugwan, han nga na i-ready nga, nasaya at digijay nating. And at the same time, hindi na i-ready ng maayos yung mga tools and equipment na gagamitin mo sa pag-prepare ng vegetable. Okay? We also have the different classifications of vegetables, namely, according to parts of plants muna tayo. So, let's start first with the gourd family. So, we have their cucumber, pipino, pumpkin, usually, it is parang karabasa isuna, and sayote. Okay? Next, we also have seeds and pods, bukbukel. So, we have their beans, peas, corn, and okra. As you can see in the picture. So, yan, lahat naman tayo siguro ay alam natin kung ano yung mga naandyan na gulay. We also have fruits and vegetables. Like avocado, tarong, sweet pepper, and we also have their kamatis. Okay, amo tayo amin dagita. We also have the roots and tubers. So, magpo-focus na lang tayo dun sa mga locally available. Dagiti available here in our locality. O ano yung mga available here in our locality? We have carrots, We have dagita patatas, kamutig, dagiti kasaba. So dagiti bagas iti aba. So those are yung tinatawag natin na roots and tubers. Okay? So sa cabbage family naman, amo tayo cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and bok choy. So dagiti available dito yan tayo. We have deta repolyo, petchay. I know na nakaraman deta cauliflower and yung broccoli. Okay? Most of the time, may gisa, paglaok iti pansit, paglaok iti lauya, deta petchay, and karabasa. And then for the onion family naman, onion, scallion, leek, garlic, and shallot. Okay, so siguro ang ano natin dito, lahat naman is common na sa atin ang mga yan. Okay, deta sibuyas, lasuna. We also have there your bawang, in Ilocano deta garlic. Okay, for leafy greens, we have spinach and lettuce. Okay. And then stalks, stems, and shoots. Dito rabong. We have there asparagus. And, yes, artichoke. Yan, wala masyado dito sa atin yung artichoke. Mushrooms, which is, nakadado dito yan tayo no pinagtutudo. Diba? Especially yan dagita since asidag tayo iti banban tayo kasabsaban ni iti pakalaan tayo in Ilocano oong. Okay, so no kahit iti makakita iti mushrooms nga dito met cultured aduno ko iti yan damam ani an. Okay, so let's move on with the next topic according to chemical composition. Okay, so carbohydrates rich vegetables anamet dagiti carbohydrate rich nga natnateng tayo. We have dagitay bukbukel, dagitay makalkali, and tubers. Okay? So examples na carbohydrate rich seeds kung natay tatay. So balatong, utong, o dagiyay nurots met ket carrots, hangaga po nga roots and is carrots no carrot talaga kasi it's carrots kasi makalkali isuna. It's a root type of a vegetable isuna. We also, yung tubers natin, potato. So those are some of the carbohydrate-rich vegetables natin. For protein-rich vegetables, legumes, peas, and beans. Okay, so pwede din yung mga protein-rich vegetables natin. Dagitay, again, munggo, otong, gitay peas, and beans. We also have yung fat-rich vegetables naman natin, mga nuts, olives, and avocado. We also have high moisture content vegetables. Dito yan. Kamatis, oong, and dito green leafy vegetables. Dito marunggay. So they are high moisture content. Or dito, when we say high moisture content, or yung mga basit latipan mo nga danom, nulot wem, ket umado iti danom na. Okay? According to nutritive value naman tayo. So, the following is based on their nutrient content since fruits and vegetables are good sources of vitamins and minerals. Okay, so ano yung mga vitamin A rich vegetables natin? Again, green leafy and yellow fruits vegetables. Okay, so amin nga, gitay green leafy vegetables, they are rich in vitamin A. And yellow fruits, gitay yellow fruits nga ang muyo. Vitamin C rich vegetables. Dagiti yellow nga vegetables, amin dagi nga klase iti vegetables, meaning rich da iti vitamin C. And then vitamin B complex, rich vegetables, they are legumes, peas, and beans. Okay? So let's move on. Ano naman anamet dagiti gamitin tayo nga pag-prepare iti vegetables. Okay? So tools and equipment needed in preparing vegetables. So we have here a paring knife and chef knife. As you can see in the picture, dagiti iti makunkun different types of knife that we can use or we may use in preparing vegetable dishes. Of course, paring knife used in paring and then chef knife used in cutting. Okay? Next, we also have your chopping board, langdet in Ilocano. Okay, used to hold item while chopping. Okay, siguro naman sa atin at daamin, langdet tayo. Hanlang kasta iti klase or kita iti langdet adada nagbukol, dagiti improvise nga chopping board. Next, we also have your colander, used to drain excess water after washing. Dagiti pagi no kayat mo nga paugas ay paubusan DJ nat nga binugwam, then ipan mo yan deta colander. Okay? Next, bowls, used to hold vegetables. Okay? We also have your utility tray, used to hold ingredients. I know na nakakita na kayo ng utility tray kasi ginamit nyo na yan when you are still in grade 11. Next, a saute pan, used for sauteing or stir-frying vegetable. Okay? We also have here your steamer. Most of the time, ang ginagamit na kung saan natin ginagamit yung steamer is for iti paglutuan iti puto, for steaming vegetables. But then, di paglutuan iti puto, mabalin tayo nga pag-i-steaman met iti nateng. Okay, next, we also have your oven. I know na nakakita na lahat tayo ng oven for cooking vegetables or oven steam or bake. Okay, kasi may mga vegetables kasi tayo na pwedeng i-bake din. Okay, next, we may now move to the different flavor components of vegetables. First one, we have sugar. Okay, which is the present under the part of sugar, which is the fructose, the natural sugar that provides the sweetness in vegetables. So, we called it as fructose. Dagitay, di ba, dada talaga nasasamit nga nat nating or vegetable. So, we called it as the fructose. There is also what we call glutamic acid. So, ano ba yung glutamic acid na present dun sa vegetable? So, this forms a product called monosodium glutamate when combined with salt. So, it is found in large amount from young and fresh vegetables. So, dun natin nakikita yung glutamic acid. Mostly, kunana, large amount from young and fresh vegetables. Okay? So, for the sulfur compounds naman, it gives characteristic, strong flavor and odor of some vegetables like onions, leeks, garlic, chives, cabbage, and broccoli. So, dagiti makun ko na nga sulfur compound o bing. Dagiti na very strong iti flavor na nga vegetables. Sibuyas, dagiti laya, ano tawag na din? Garlic, bawang. Okay, and then the repolyo and of course your broccoli. Okay, so no agpili tayo met itinatong, there are some factors that we may consider. Okay, factors to consider in choosing good quality vegetables. Okay, the freshness. Dito kina fresh na. Fresh vegetables should be crisp and bright in color. So makita tayo met no saan nga fresh di natengen, di ba? Dino dete once nga nalaylayon, dete as lang agmamayon, dete alis to nga makulpin. So we need to check it. Wag na nating bilhin or wag na nating bilhin once nga it is not that fresh anymore. Okay? Next, absence of decay or insect infestation. Okay? No mechanical damage or injury. Right degree of maturity. No once nga detay, of course makita mo no detay ubot pay lang no madipay masidas lang ko man detay nasugpet kakasjay. Of course samo pay lang alalan right degree of maturity dapat no once nga naluom nga maala. So samo lang mabali nga purosen no naluom. Okay? And then variety. Different varieties, different color, shape, texture, and sometimes flavor. Okay, so those are the different factors to consider in choosing good quality vegetable. Okay, so we mentioned earlier na ado iti mabalin tayo nga maala nga vitamins, minerals, and other benefits from vegetables. So today, let's try to discuss the different nutritional value of vegetables. Okay, vitamin A. Kung natayo tatay, green leafy vegetables are sources of vitamin A. So ano dagitoy green leafy vegetables nga good iti vitamin A. So we have your alugbati, ampalaya, pariya, okay, kalabasa, karabasa in Ilocano, marunggay, petchay, and sili leaves. So amin digijay, they are rich in vitamin A. So anamet digijay benefits of vitamin A nga makon ko na. So it maintains health of specialized tissues such as the retina. So napintas iti matatayot ka deta nga dagijay nga natnateng. So it also aids in growth and health of skin and mucous membranes, and it promotes normal development of teeth, soft and skeletal tissue. So napintas pa yan ti ngip-ngipen tayo. Okay, for that vitamin A. And for vitamin C naman, tinateng sources iti vitamin A, vitamin C rather is repolyo, bell peppers, lettuce, patatas, and dark green and yellow vegetable. Of course, vitamin C, common na sa atin yan, it promotes a healthy immune system. Okay, helps wounds heal, maintains blood vessels and connective tissue, and aids in the absorption of iron. Okay, so no once nga ada sugat mo nga nabayag nga aglaing meaning nakurang kay ti vitamin C. That is why kailangan no kwada gijay nga natnateng kanayon mo nga sida entap no masugatan ka man at least alisto nga aglaing kasi you are rich in vitamin C. Next, we also have vitamin B complex. Okay, beans and leafy greens are rich of sources of vitamin B complex. O, ampalaya tops, kulitis, pepper leaves, saluyot, which is nakaadado dito yan tayo iti, saluyot and dried beans. Okay? Vitamin B complex is important rather for metabolism. Okay? The formation of red blood cells and the maintenance of the central nervous system, which includes the brain and spinal cord. Okay? So we are done with the different nutritional values of that vegetables. Hopefully nakatulong ng kahit konti man lang. Why is it very important to eat vegetables? Now, let's move on in preparing fresh vegetables. Of course, na-mention na rin natin to kanina, which is the first step to do when once nga sila kayo tinatnateng is that you need to wash it first. Okay? Kung nanata, wash all vegetable thoroughly. So, kailangan nga bugwan nga nasaya at nagijay nateng. Okay? Scrub well unpeeled vegetables like potatoes for baking. So, medyo iradradan nga basit digitay unpeeled vegetables. Kung na like diyay patatas. Wash green leafy vegetables in several changes of cold water. And after washing, drain well and refrigerate lightly covered to prevent drying. So, pwede rin nating i-refrigerate after washing yung mga vegetables no saan tayo sidaan nga dagos tapno to prevent from drying. Okay, next is soaking. Okay, di pinangiyupor mo, do not soak vegetables for long periods to prevent flavor and nutrient loss. Okay, so di ba no pinakbet kayo ket mangi dasar kayo iti danom and then iti pangi yuperan nyo. So dapat saan masyado nga mabayag kasi mawawala yung mga nutrients nito. Cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower may be soaked for 30 minutes in cold salted water to eliminate insects. So pwede nyong dagdagan ng salt yung water tapno maikat dagijay. Kasi there are some insects wherein hindi natin nakikita minsan. Okay, and limp vegetables can be soaked briefly in cold water to restore crispness. Sorry. Okay, pinagukis, kasanumet. Peel vegetables as thinly as possible. Han nga, detay no once nga agukis kang get nakabangbang di katam, abamet lang no ka serbinan, pati di bagas nan ket make ikat. So, you may use a peeler tap no mas napinpintas iti pa nakaukis na. cut vegetables into uniform pieces or even for even cooking. So dapat uniform agpapada di sizes nga panagat nga ada dadakkel saan nga ada kastaunay met basit na. Treat vegetables that brown easily with acid rather. Like for example, potatoes, eggplants with potato or hold underwater until ready to use and save edible trim for soup, stock, and puree. So, no once nga, adada, inikat mo ka da certain natin, nga mabalin mo ito pa lang gamitin or iluto for dagitay sabsabaw, then iset aside mo, han mo nga ibelbeleng. Okay, so we are done with the first part. Now, this is the time for a review of learning outcome number 1. So this is a formative assessment. So what you are going to do is, of course, the direction there is identify and classify the given pictures. Write your answer in a clean sheet of paper. So mabalin nga one whole sheet of paper iti pangipanan. Okay, so just name ipan nyo lang itinagan na data nga natin and at the same time, the classification na. Okay, so there's no need for you to draw. Okay, saan nyo kailangan nga i-draw drawing to Brian yun is, since naka-indicate or nakapanmit ito data picture na, ipan nyo lang itinaganan and its classification. Okay, so ayan yung first two na vegetables natin. Okay, next. Yan. That is number 3 and number 4. Okay? Let's move on. That is for number 5 and number 6. Yan. Number 7 and number 8. And number 9 and number 10. Okay, so next directions natin there is identify the different methods of preparing fresh vegetables. Write the correct method in a clean sheet of paper. Again, sa one hole nyo ilalagay. Okay, so that is the first numbers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, susulat nyo lang yung mga different methods niya for preparing that kind of vegetable. Okay, next. That is number 5, number 6, and number 7. O, anong methods yan in preparing a vegetable? So, yun. So, let's move on with the next topic, which is the different standard quality of cooked vegetables. Okay, for the color, of course, it should be bright and natural color. Next, for the appearance and plate, it should be cut neatly and uniformly, attractive, arranged with appropriate combinations and garnishes. And for the texture naman, cooked to the right degree of danesan nga di masyadong nalusay, hanmet nga di masyadong kastaunay iti tangken na. Next is it should be crisp. It should be tender, not overcooked. Ate ko nakita tayo and mushy. So for potatoes and squash, sweet potatoes, tomatoes should be cooked through with smooth texture. Okay, kasi there are times wherein, for example, agluto ka iti adobo. O diba, dati time nga nakatangtangken launay dijay, patatas nga, laok na or naglingta kamit iti kamutig. There are times wherein parang nakusel or nagkaslang naganos lata dijay, malingta kasi haan unay nga naluto. So, just be careful with the texture. Next, for the flavor, the natural flavor and sweetness. So, strong. For the strong vegetable rather. Flavored vegetables should be pleasantly mild with no off flavors or bitterness. Okay, so yun yung mga different standard quality of cooked vegetables. Okay? You should observe the kulay na, the appearance na yung plate, the texture na, no kasano iti pa naka, no natangken ba, when no nasobrahan met iti pa nakaluto na, and of course, the raman na or the flavor na, dapat sa nga maawan, the natural flavor na. Okay? We also have seasonings. Seasonings should not mask the natural flavors kasi there are times wherein, admit it or not, no ada tayo tibalbalay tayo, agus usar kayo iti dagiti seasonings, magic sarap, ginisa mix, tapno, umimas na raman na, but then it should not mask, okay? Hana dapat ma-overpoweran di natural nga raman di vegetable. Okay, for the sauces naman, do not use heavily. Vegetables should not be greasy. Okay, han nga diti tinupunan or diti dapat katamtaman lang iti pinagipan nyo iti sauces na. Okay? And then for the vegetable combinations naman, vegetables should be cooked separately from different cooking times and then combined. Okay? Combine acid vegetables like tomatoes to green vegetables just before service to prevent discoloration of green. Okay, na mabobserve yun lagi jay, di ba dapat haan nga diti maminsan nga ilutom nga dagos lagi natin kasi nga ada diti natangtangken, ada diti naluklok ng nga klase iti natin. Okay, so we have here an enhancement activity. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a compilation of technical word commonly used in the world of culinary for vegetable cookery. Okay, so follow concrete instructions. May mga instruction na babasahin ko. Okay, so make a personalized and improvised dictionary, half folded bond paper. So half lang siya. Ifo-fold nyo yung one whole. Okay? And then include local and foreign terminologies which are used in vegetable cookery. And then limit your dictionary to a minimum of 10 pages rather, and a maximum of 20 pages. So, tikabasitan nga pages nan is 10 pages dapat isuna, and then maximum nan is 20 pages. And after that one, bind and cover it. So, dito matitest on how creative you are as a student. So, mabalin kayong met nga agi Google, dagiti technical words commonly used for culinary for vegetable. And then, yun, no anati pangawagan tayo locally kadagijay, at least man lang, maipan nyo yan dayjay dictionary. Okay? So, let's move on with the next topic. Okay, so before moving on to the next topic, here is your output will be rated using the scoring rubric. Okay, so may kan 85 points once nga you have done creatively and neatly with more than 20 pages. Okay? So no 21, of course may kan 85 points as long as you have done creatively that dictionary and nadalus isuna. You will be given 4 points if you have done creatively and neat enough with 15 to 20 pages, and then 3 points if it's done creatively and neat enough but with 10 to 14 pages only, and then 2 points if it is done simply and neat enough but with 10 to 14 pages, and 1 point will be given to you if it is done poorly with less than 10 pages. Okay? So, dito talaga makikita kung gaano ka-creative in doing that dictionary. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. Okay, so there are different ways for you to cook vegetables. We have here 5 ways in cooking your vegetable dishes. First one is boiling and steaming. We also have sauteing and pan frying. We have braising, baking, and deep frying. So, yun yung mga 5 ways kung paano natin lulutuin yung mga vegetable. For boiling and steaming, of course, you will be needing water kada boiling. Okay? So, ano-ano yung mga gulay na pwede nating lutuin and part of boiling. Okay? So, no aglutluto ka iti bagas ti aba, dagijay kailangan iti danom nga adu karabasa, o dagijay. steaming, dagiti mostly leaves ti may system nga vegetables. Next, sauteing, naggisa ka. And pan frying, okay? Iti agluto kamit iti namantekaan. Okay? Next, we also have braising. Okay? Mabalin data braising is if you're going to add digitay parang gisa din isuna nga mag-add ka iti stocks, water, and you can also add wine in it. Okay, then you cook the vegetable slowly. Okay, for baking, syempre by the use of an oven. And then for deep frying, of course, vegetables large enough to coat with the breading or butter may be fried. Okay, so that deep frying is dapat adu iti manteka na dito dapat iti matinep na DJ lutuem. That's what we call deep frying. Okay, so for learning outcome, number 3, present vegetable dishes rather. Okay, and how we are going to present the vegetable dishes and the different factors to consider in plating vegetable dishes. So we have here different essential factors of food preparation. Okay, always remember, number 1, good preparation and cooking techniques. So proper cutting and cooking of vegetables. So we mentioned a while back kanina na there are different ways on how to cut. It should be cut rather uniformly yung mga vegetable na lulutuin natin. And then professional skills also. Ability to perform according to required standard. So may mga standard tayo na fina-follow. Next, a visual sense. Effective food presentation depends on the understanding of techniques involving balance, arrangement, and garniture. We also have balance. For the balance naman, select foods and garnishes that offer variety and contrast. This should be applied to colors, shapes, textures, and flavors. Saan nga no once nga nag-present kay ti vegetabulen, basta latatila them in pan mga garnishes na no, it should be dapat balance iso na pinpindas metlaeng dijay pan naka-present na rather. And then for the portion size, match portion size and sizes and plates. So balance the portion sizes of the items and the plate. So take ko nakita tayo dapat balance isuna. Okay? So for the arrangement on the plate naman, many shops display their creativity in plating presentations. One important thing is to keep in mind the convenience and comfort of the diner when plating. Okay, so dapat maganda yung pagkaka-arrange all the time. And for you to understand it better, napakaraming pwedeng mapanood sa YouTube. Okay, so mabalin kayo nga, agbuya-buya tapno, makaala kayo pa iti at ado nga learnings about it. Okay, so next is plating styles with vegetable dishes. So paano ba yung tamang pag-arrange ng mga vegetable dishes into a certain plate? First one, we have this classic arrangement. So the main item should be in front, vegetables, starch items, and garnish at the rear. Okay, so that is an example as you can see in the picture. Yan yung example ng classic arrangement na tinatawag natin. Okay, so yung main item dapat nasa harapan, vegetable and starch items, garnish at the rear, likod na. Next, main item in the center with vegetable distributed around it. O, ayan naman yung example on the picture. Next, main item in the center with neat piles of vegetable carefully arranged around. O, ayan yung example. It should be dapat yung piles of vegetables dapat carefully na na-arrange isuna. Next, a starch or vegetable item heaped in the center, the main item sliced and leaning up against it. O yan. Dapat nakalindijay item slice. Kadijay, main item na. Okay, next. Okay, we also have here guidelines in plating para naman makapag-come up tayo with an excellent plating. So, keep food off the rim of the plate. So, igid na when we say rim, igid, plate, mabalin mo nga maigaman. Dapat saan keep food off. Dapat saan mo nga maigaman, food once nga ag-serve ka. Okay? Select a plate large enough to hold food without hanging off the edge. Okay, so huwag kang gumamit ng plate na napakaliit if you're going to serve medyo ado-ado nga vegetable dishes. So, dapat sakto. Next, arrange the items for the convenience of the customer. Always arrange the best side of food and plate to avoid letting the diner rearrange them before eating. Yung sinasabi natin kanina. And then keep space between items unless they are stuck on one another. Arrange vegetable and plate that every item should be identifiable. Kasi there are times wherein may mga napaka-arteng customer or yun. So, dapat naka-arrange and identifiable lahat yung mga items na nasa plate. Maintain unity also. Create a center of attention and relate everything to it. Okay? So, dapat, when we say create a center of attention, so dapat relate, mai-relate amin, di gaya nakapan ka DJ plates nga natin. Make every component count. Garnishes are not added just for color. Okay, saan lang nga naiyad ni garnish just for, tapno man na yun na, agbalin nga colorful, DJ presentation mo. But sometimes, they are needed to balance a plate by providing an additional element. Okay? Add sauce or gravy attractively on plate. Han nga no, gaputa kailangan iti susen, inbukbuk mo latan ni susyan di plate saan. Dapat, it should be attractive yung pagkakalagay ng sauce and the plate. Okay? And then, keep it simple. Avoid making food too elaborate. Okay, wag naman yung, kasi may mga presentations wherein, gaputa kayat mo nga mapapintas ka na site, isunan nakad-adomet iti inaynayon mo haan. Keep it simple yet elegant. And how are you going to do that one? Of course, take ko nakita tayo, you need to watch, kailangan mong manood sa mga YouTube channels ng mga chefs. Okay, napakarami doon. And how you are going to make your presentation simple yet elegant. Okay, so for the last part of this module, what you're going to do is, meron here, you're going to prepare and present creatively your own original vegetable dish, applying your own presentation design. Okay, so, mangluto kayo, iti kabukbukudan yung vegetable dish. So, pwede kayong manood sa YouTube, wherein tapno makaala kayo iti idea. But then the recipe that you're going to make, it should be your original recipe. Okay, so you will be graded with the rubric. It says there, follows correctly the procedure in preparing, cooking, and presenting stir-fried vegetables, and performs the skill very satisfactorily without supervision and with initiative and adaptability to problem situation. So as you can observe, ang nakalagay dyan is stir-fried vegetables, but then kahit hindi stir-fried yung gagawin ninyo na vegetable, okay lang siya. If it is for sauteing, if it is deep fry, yung gagawin nyo na dishes, okay lang. If it is boiling method, okay din lang. Okay? So, it's your technique kung ano yung gagamitin ninyo na cooking method. Okay? You will be given 3 points if you follows correctly the procedure in preparing, cooking, and presenting stir-fried vegetables and performs this skill satisfactorily without assistance or supervisions. Okay? But then, as your teacher, again, pwede kayong magtanong sa akin kapag meron kayong hindi alam na step in doing your output for this competency. Okay? You will be given 2 points if you follows correctly the procedure in preparing, cooking, and presenting stir-fried vegetables with minor errors and performs this skill satisfactorily with some assistance and supervision. And 1 point will be given to you if you were not able to follow the procedure in preparing, cooking, and presenting stir-fried vegetables and performs the skill unsatisfactorily. Okay, so before na magluluto kayo or gagawa kayo ng any dish or recipe, you need to pass it first to me. Okay? So, kailangan ko muna siyang i-check kung ano yung dapat nyo pang i-improve on your recipe para no agluto kayo ton, ma-perfect yung tiisunan para there's no reason for you na makakuha ng very low point. Okay? So, that's all for this topic. I hope you have a new learnings on preparing vegetable dishes. And again, sa mga hindi kumakain ng gulay, I know na nakapulot kayo ng aral kung bakit kailangan yung kumain ng gulay. Okay? That's all and have a good day.